What's up, guys? So today I'm going to be talking about the law of attraction. Now, what is the law of attraction and why is it so powerful? And I'm going to fix some of the misconceptions that people have. Okay, so a lot of misconception people have with the law of attraction is that wherever you think of, if you keep telling yourself this is what's happening, this is you. So for example, a misconception that I thought when I started this whole spiritual journey was people told me, like, if you want to be rich, if you want to be wealthy, then just keep imagining yourself being rich and wealthy. Live that life every single day, buy expensive things, do dress like a business person, dress like someone who's successful and whatnot, and keep doing that. And as they say, do it for 30 days to create a habit, to get it into your subconscious mind, to get it out there in the open, into the universe. Of course, so I'm going to get to that. Yes, that is kind of true and not true at the same time. It is not true because if you were to do that, then like everyone would do it, right? Everyone would be getting rich, everyone would be getting, all this wealth lifestyle and stuff, and it's just not possible. It's not what's happening here. But what it does do, it is true in the sense that it gets it there. So once you're in that mindset and you've got it there, it will open up opportunities for you to take. So for example, you keep telling yourself for 30 days, I am rich, I am wealthy, I have a lot of money. Yeah, keep doing that and keep imagining yourself feeling that, and in the feeling how the money feels in your hand, thinking about how happy you are, how happy does this make you, and eventually it will open up doors. So for example, out of nowhere, someone will be like, oh, can you help me with this? Can you get me a job doing this? It's kind of like what happened with me one time when I was testing things out, and I was doing this law of attraction money, and I was like, I know it seems really, really strange, but I give it a try, and I was just like, for like, I think I got to 25 days doing this every single evening. So I spent 10 minutes imagining that I had a lot of money, imagining that I was wealthy and I was rich, and within say the next no, it wasn't the next day. It was literally like a week after that, after the 25th day of me doing it, because I stopped at the 25th day. I was like, I'm just gonna stop now and see what happens. And I remember being at work one day, and I overheard some estate agents talking about advertising and stuff like that. And I gave them a few pointers, and I said, look, I do this, but here's a few tips that you can start implementing today. So such and such, and they was like, wow, your stuff. They offered me a chance to work with them, but obviously because there was a lot going on at this point in time, I couldn't accept, and I was like, I want my head to be completely there, but I don't want to have you as a client, but I'm more than happy to tell you everything I know about marketing, to try and teach you certain things. But yeah, I think they wanted someone that had more hands-on approach, so they wanted me to come on board and sort all their problems and help them out with certain things myself. Again, I was working had a job at this point in time, so that didn't go to plan. But funny enough, I got home that day and I looked at my emails, and it said something from the government, and then it was like a tax refund. It was like £1,000 tax refund. I'm like, it seems really silly, because obviously we all get tax refunds, but it's just the timing that it was there, But again, it's like you can achieve anything. It's the same as this whole thing about imagining that you're confident, right? So you telling yourself, I'm confident. You walk with your head held high. You're proud every day, and it becomes true. You automatically become confident. There's don't get this mistaken with fake it till you make it, because yes, there is another one. People say fake it till you make it. So pretend you're an actor, right? Go out and just pretend that you're confident. Pretend that you can handle anything. It can work and it can't be. It can work in the sense that you trick your mind into thinking that you're confident. But the best practice I believe would be to go deep in yourself and say, look, I am confident. This is how I feel. Being confident makes me feel like this, being like that. And obviously you'd set up like little goals for that. And that again will introduce you to new methods. You know, you'd be walking down the street and then suddenly someone will ask you a question which they wouldn't usually ask you. And you could be like, oh, so this is my thought on this and my opinion about that. You know, so the law of attraction does really work. You just have to practice. You have to believe, and you have to be open-minded. Okay. Same with anything. Same with the whole chakras and lucid dreaming. That like you have to have an open mind. Like we as human beings, we are so powerful. Like when I started this spiritual journey, and the first part I was watching those YouTube videos, I was reading so much about the third eye and like our past and everything about being humans and that, and people say like we had so much power, but they got stripped from us when we're in human form. Of course, we still have mega superpowers. We still have the ability, the sense of smell, taste, touch. In some cases, telepathy. You know, have you ever been in a situation where you're with your friend or you're with someone and you think of something and they say it without you even letting them know what you've said? Or you're having a conversation with someone and then you finish that person's story off and they're just like, wow, how did you know I was going to say that? You know, telepathy is quite amazing, you know. And of course there's stuff as like telekinesis and stuff like that. I've not known anyone to do it, but there's a lot of stories out there that have got people that has been proven that people's done it. I'm not too sure. Again, I'm kind of the type of person that I won't believe it until I see it, but I will try and prove it to myself, if that makes any sense. Like this whole spiritualism and meditating and stuff like that, I had to prove it to myself because so many people were telling me this, but I just didn't listen, you know. And like my family has been a massive advocate of spirituality for a long time. I remember times I used to go around speak to my auntie, and she was like really spiritual, and she spoke about like highly of spiritual things, and you know, I thought like if my own family does this, you know, what have I got to lose, you know? And it truly meditating opens up your mind. At first you might be like, look, I don't want to do this because it's not right for me, or nah, it just seems a bit too cliche, you know. How can you get Zen mode by sitting in a corner for like 20 minutes to half hour? Again, it's a good point, because again, I've tried to get many people doing meditation and they say, no, it's not going to work for me. It won't work for me. You know, I felt like that for the first 2 to 3 weeks of meditating every single day. I felt like I was going crazy. I felt like I'm doing this, and I feel like I'm not getting anywhere, because like it's all about like trying to stop thinking about loads of things and trying to focus on one thing, trying to quiet your mind. So your mind is not essentially like a crazy monkey running about, because we can't make decisions when our head is so scattered and we're like a crazy monkey, you know. And we want to be able to be chilled out, you know. Like so much of us all the time is stressed. Now this pandemic as well, we're even more stressed, and there's no need for it. You know, we can easily solve it. I think I'm gonna have a parcel in a minute, so I might have to cut this short. But you know, we can do anything. Like us as humans, we can do anything, literally. And it's same as you tell yourself you're gonna do something. Like I was explaining in my last video, if you say, look, I'm gonna be rich, or I'm gonna be a chef, you tell yourself that, you believe in it, you make it happen. You know, you can do anything. And, you know, I don't know what else to say. But like, I created this channel because I wanna help everyone out, because I wish that, like, when I was going through this whole spiritual journey, and I wish that people would be holding my hand step of the way and letting me know what stuff I'll be experiencing and what I won't. And, you know, some of the things that I did experience would be, you know, sometimes I'd be more aware of things. Like, I'd be more aware of my friends, my family. Like, for some reason, I lost quite a bit of friends when I was going through the spiritual stage. I don't know why. I was trying my best to, you know, to stay connected, but it just seemed like we was on different vibrations. You know, maybe they were still down here and I was on this vibration. Maybe they just didn't like it. Maybe I changed. I really don't know. I feel a whole lot better since I've been meditating. You know, it just something about it. Something about it just makes you, you know, it's wow. And I like the whole thing about seeing auras as well. You can actually see auras. You just have to quiet your mind enough and get in that Zen mode enough to be able to do that. And let me tell you 2 stories of that I was able to see someone's aura. The first time, I was working in West Swindon I was working in West Swindon in the centre, and I went to McDonald's to get myself a strawberry milkshake because, like, I'm in love with strawberry milkshakes. I mean, they're just so good. So there goes my cat in front of the screen. Hello. Anyway, so yeah, this is a bit. Go on, come over here. Okay. So yeah, and then, like, this person gave me the worker there. She gave me my milkshake, and I kid you not, I looked at her hand, and I could see, like, waves, like, kind of like almost like transparent waves, like, around her hand. And I'm like, wow, I've never seen that before. And then I looked at my friend, I was like, did you just see her hand? And he was like, oh yeah, she had a few rings on. And I'm like, that's not the point. Like, but he didn't see it because obviously he wasn't meditating or anything like that. Go on it, like, come on. I'll get you some food in a minute, okay? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, he wasn't meditating on anything, but I seen that. And the next one was, I was working at Subway, and I'd made a sandwich, then looked at my friend to pass him the sandwich, so he can make it. And then around, like, I looked at his head, and, like, around his head I could see, like, this, like, transparent, like, wave, like, round his head. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, I didn't think that was possible. I was not high, I was not drunk, I was completely sober. I had a nice big breakfast, you know. There was nothing wrong with me, literally. And, like, you know, I can't explain it. But, like, the feeling I got was just so magical, and it was like, wow. Like, I felt like I was being upgraded. I felt like I was gaining some new special powers. But yeah, anyway, guys, so essentially that's what I just wanted to talk to you about. My next video, I'll be talking to you about my experiences with seeing entities while being in Zen mode. Okay. Well, you guys stay safe, stay positive, and enjoy the rest of your evening.